Hello again, everybody. Mental Fox here. Thank you so much for joining me again on this playthrough of Dragon Age Inquisition. We're here in the Undercroft, and the reason we're here is because between last episode and this episode, I went through all of my inventory, sold off a bunch of stuff that I didn't feel like I needed, and I think I only changed the weapon for one of my party members. As you can see here, I got my inventory down to 20. And I think it was Iron Bull. Yeah, that's right. I already told you about this. He's using the Solovine blade now, and I applied that Master Dragon Slaying rune to it, so that's pretty cool. You may also notice that he's wearing different armor, and actually, if you do notice that, I'd be very surprised because I never really pointed out what he was wearing before. This iron has this armor, I should say, is pretty cool. It's called Firewalker Battlemaster Coat. I actually crafted this myself. I wanted to make use of the plentiful crafting items that I've got. So I looked at my schematics and crafted this for him. It is way better than the armor he was wearing before. Even though the armor he was wearing before was way cooler looking. It's too bad I already sold it, otherwise I'd show it to you. But somehow, even though this one shows his bare chest and bare right shoulder, it has a way higher armor rating than the armor he was wearing before. So I crafted new armor for him, and I also crafted new armor for Cole, I believe. Yes, this bleeding blocking prowler mail. Whenever you craft something, the game just kind of like creates a name for it based upon what kind of abilities you've given it, and you could see this one does a plus 6% bleed on being hit. Also gives a plus 10% heal bonus, plus 6% melee defense, plus 3% range defense. And then it has this 10% chance to use hidden blades on a hit with 5 added hits. So I thought that sounded kind of neat. So he was using a pretty pathetic armor before this. So I've given him this armor here. And then I also wanted to craft new armor for, I forget who now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at each of my character's attributes. And if you look at their defensive attributes, you could see what their armor rating is. Like mine's a 192. Iron Bull, he's at 309. Varric, 196. Solus is only at 157, which is pretty pathetic, but I didn't worry too much about it because he usually stands back and does range battle like I do. Vivienne, also ranged. Cole, I bumped his up because he gets in there and gets all dirty. Blackwall, I don't know where this armor came from, but holy cow, 327 is pretty stinking good armor rating. Dorian, also another ranged guy, so I'm not too concerned about him. Sera, on the other hand, she'll get up there and get her hands dirty, so I'm thinking I might craft some new armor for her, and I wanted to show you how I did it. I don't mean this to be like a tutorial on how to do it. I just wanted to show you guys how I did it. Because it's kind of neat, really. You have a lot of different options.
Not
so,
trying to step on your toes, you know.
yeah, good. So you go over here to craft armor. And for Sera, she is a rogue. So I'm going to craft a medium armor for her. You know, I don't know. It might let me craft a heavy armor. I don't know. But, if I just try to pretend like I'm, playing the game like if I was actually in the world, I would think a rogue wouldn't wear more than a medium armor. I don't know. So we could craft this prowler mail here for her. And as you can see over here, it'll have a 162 to 233 armor rating. And I can't, there we go. Right here, it says it's a tier 3 medium armor schematic. So that's like the highest tier that I have. So it's going to have the best armor rating as well. If you look in the upper right hand corner, you can see those numbers changing. So I'm going to craft a prowler mail for her. It tells you that restriction rogue only. She's a rogue, so that's cool. Here we could put a masterwork in it. It's optional. And I'm like, well, why not? Let's put a masterwork in it. And I have a ton of them. Look at all this stuff I've got. Whenever you get something fade touched, it's masterwork. So for example, like this white wyvern hide here, this masterwork material gives a chance for critical crafting. 40% chance And I think what that means is that when you craft this thing, there's a 40% chance that it'll be a masterwork. And if that's successful, then you will get plus 10% to all stats, to all of your stats. I think that's what that means. I'm not sure. I don't really understand it, to be honest with you. Especially when you have these other things here that are masterworks in themselves. And it seems like they just automatically give you these bonuses over here. So she's a rogue, and she does, like, double dagger stuff, so I was thinking that maybe... And what I'm doing is I'm scrolling through these, and I'm looking at the ability over here on the right as I scroll through them. Like, this one would give a 5% chance to cast Mind Blast on a hit. Well, I don't think she does that, so it wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. Berserk, I don't know if she does that kind of thing, so I'm not going to do that. I'm just kind of scrolling through these. And also, if you'll notice, the colors and maybe patterns change on her armor. So you could see kind of what it looks like. It's kind of neat. Neat little touch there. Let's see. What do we want to do? Hidden Blade. This is the same thing that I gave. Well, actually, I don't have any of these, so I can't give her this. Right? Yeah, I can't give her that. That's what I gave Cole. So we'll have to give her something a little bit different. Let's just do this. Let's give her her abilities will cost 7.5% less mana or stamina. That sounds kind of cool. I don't think I have a tier 3 that does that. I'm scrolling through and I'm looking at this number right here just to see what tier 3 stuff I have, because they give better percentages. That's tier 3, but healing... This one is tier 3, but I don't have any of those. This is tier 3, 10% chance to cast Fade Cloak on a hit. See, I don't know if that's something she does or not. Here's another one. Abilities cost 20% less if not being hit for 5 seconds. That's interesting. I wonder how that would work. I'm intrigued. Let's just do that. So I'm going to select this one. And now that's in our Masterwork slot. So now we need to select armor, and it's going to take 17 leather. So we click on that, and now we have all these leathers here. Like we have Bear Hide, it's a tier 2 common leather. And in the primary slot, which is the slot we're going in, this slot here is considered the primary slot, I think. If you put Bear Hide in the primary slot, it gives you a medium armor rating. It's a tier 2 common leather. So... You could also look in the upper right-hand corner and see what the armor rating is based upon which leather you select. And you'll notice there's a bunch of 211s, 189s, 162s. Well, I want the most I can get, right? And you scroll through and whoop, oh, there's a 233. Well, that happens to be dragon scales, and I happen to have a lot of those. So I'm going to make her armor out of dragon scales. It's a tier 4 rare leather. It's the only tier 4 leather that I've come across so far. So dragon scales for her, and then you could add these other things for defense that do special stuff, like this one right here, this leather over here. If you choose the August Ram leather, it'll give you, look in the upper right hand corner, you get plus 12% cold resistance. So, you know, I don't... these special things I don't really care that much about, because, I don't know, when does she come up against something doing cold damage? I don't know, not very often. So I try to pick something that's more general, like, you know, well, I don't have any of that. Plus 7% bleed on being hit. I think that means there's a plus 7% chance that who she hits will bleed. At least I hope that's what that means. Range defense, she gets up and close, so I don't really see much use for that. Plus 6% bleed on being hit. I don't know if I have any tier 3... 14 cold, nah, I'm not too interested in that. Fire, nah. So, let's see, do I have any other tier 3s? I'm looking at the bottom again. Ranged, this gives cold resistance. I could put more dragon scales on her to give her fire resistance, but I'm not too interested in that. So, I think what I'm going to do is go down to this plus, no, not that one. Plus 6% bleed on being hit. We'll give her that. Over here, we have, you know, these give other you know, this will give plus 52 maximum health. That's pretty stinking cool, right? This gives plus 60 maximum health. So I'm just gonna give her this. That sounds kind of cool. So give her some extra health. And this is another slot here. You'll see this gives a plus 8% heal bonus. That's pretty cool. Let's see, magic defense, spirit resistance, fire resistance, magic defense. Again, stuff that's a little too specific for my taste. Here's a plus 10% heal bonus. That looks pretty cool. I might go with that unless I have a tier 3 version of this, which I don't think I do. Let's see if I have any other heals in here. I don't. So I'm going to go with this lustrous cotton with plus 10% heal bonus. So now we made this cool armor for her, or at least we're about ready to, right? Pretty cool looking. So let's go ahead and craft it. And as you can see, the game gives it a name: Vigorous Bleeding Prowler Male. Bleeding because of the bleed on hit, and vigorous, I would imagine, because there's some heal stuff in there. So that's pretty cool. Now she's up to a 233 armor rating, where I think she was like a 177 or 178 before. So that's kind of neat, you know. I mean, it didn't really cost me anything other than crafting items that I'm already carrying around anyway, so why not do it? So yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. It's not really something that I will show again, I don't think, because it's, you know, I just wanted to show you how it was done. I may mess with that a little bit more. So now I need to actually put it on her, because just because I crafted it doesn't mean she's wearing it. So here's Sera, armor. And right now she's wearing, oh, okay, she's at 156. So we put this thing on her, and she's going up to 233, which is pretty stinking cool. And I'm going to check to see if I have any upgrades I could put on. I don't think I do. I'm referring to where it says empty medium arms and empty medium legs down there. I don't need this anymore, so I'm going to sell it just to make, you know, make an extra inventory slot. So go over here. Sell armor, and there it is right there. Boom, gone. Now we're back down to 20, and I have quite a bit of gold. Quite a bit of gold. Now I'm going to go over here to the modify armor just to see if I have any upgrades I could give her. So yeah, I don't. See how it's red? That means there's no upgrades available for this item. I don't have any. I don't have any medium arms or medium legs, which I haven't tried to craft. Let's see how hard that is to do. Armor. Do I do armor here? Yeah, here's some legs. Do I have any medium? Let's see, that would be Battle Mage, Enchanter. Okay, that's light. I'm reading down here. Arms, light, medium. So I have a tier 2 medium that I could probably do, right? Let's try this. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and do a tier... Where was it? Tier 2 medium. Oh, okay. So we have to do this again. So... Actually, I better be careful about this. I don't know if it matters which character I have selected, but let's make sure we select the right one just for the heck of it. So yeah, we're going to make Hunter Coat arms for Sera. And it looks like she's actually wearing a different armor now. I thought it was a different color before, but whatever. So now we need some defense on here. This will give, wow, plus 78 maximum health. Really? Just for that? Holy cow, that's kind of cool. Plus 24 fire, plus 60 maximum health. Oh, okay, and we could give her some melee defense just for this. This is kind of cool. Just for having this. Wow, okay. Well, she's already got a bunch of health stuff, so holy cow, that'll give you 90 maximum health. Let's give her this melee defense. I have a tier 3 melee in here somewhere. Here we go. Let's give her this. Somehow I have a ton of storm heart, so we'll give her that. And then we could even add more melee defense here, I think, or maybe not. Let's see what other kind of stuff we got in here. It's kind of looking like not, maybe. Well, let's see. Why not some range defense? I mean, people could shoot at her from a distance, so... Here we go. Here's a plus 6 ranged. Alright. Craft. Blocking, deflecting hunter arms. Now I need to take those and actually apply those to her armor. And here she is, Sera. Yeah. Good. Medium arms. Blocking deflector hunter arms, as you can see up in the upper right hand corner. Now she has plus 11% melee defense and plus 6% range defense. This is pretty cool. Alright. Well, let's make her some legs real quick. See if I have any. Actually, I don't know if I have any schematics for legs. Legs. Light. Medium. It's a tier 1. That kind of sucks. But it doesn't hurt anything to make it. You could always take it off. So we can make a medium. Oh, doggone it again. Whoops. Sorry. I don't know if it matters which character I have selected, but let's just select the character I'm working with. Scout male legs. So we're going to give her some more... looks like ranged is going to be my choice here. Yeah, do I have a higher ranged? There's 6%, 7% range. Let's give her this. And then for this one, ooh, more heal bonuses. Man, this is really neat. I can't believe how much stuff you could do. Heal bonus plus 5%. Yeah, that's as good as it's going to get. Okay, we'll craft that. Okay. And then we'll walk over here to modify armor. And select Sera. That's not her armor. Come on, computer. You'd think running on an SSD it would be a lot faster than that. I guess it's the game. Medium legs. And deflecting healing scout legs, which gives her plus 15% heal bonus and plus 13% range defense. That's pretty cool, man. Now she's like all cool and stuff, right? She's all armored up. Okay. So I just wanted to share that with you. Well, it's kind of neat how they did that. And there's so many different choices, you know, so many different options. And I mean, I imagine you could make different armor for different situations, right? You know, you could make it a fire-resistant armor or an electrical-resistant armor, depending upon what enemy you're going up against. Like, if you know you're going up against a dragon, you can switch to a different armor. I don't know if I'll get into that much. Tried for just a more general stuff. So, of course, we're going to go back in the War Council room, because you know how it is. When in Skyhold, you go in the War Council room. So we're going to go in here and check on my peeps. And over here in our lay, we've got alliances reaching ever upward. We received word from Lady Eustace Richelieu, who presumes more and more to speak for the Tybalts. She is also quick to use us and we. Leliana. Lady Richelieu's letter follows. A bold move, Inquisitor. Lord de Rosier was mortified, if not mortally so. It is said he cannot bear to show his face, and face is all many of his generation value. I do hope he will do nothing drastic. I also hope that the names behind us remain willing to commit what is necessary to solidify the lines that have been established. We shall see. In your gracious service, Lady Eustace Richelieu. Okay, I do not understand this story at all. If you understand it and you feel like explaining it to me, I would appreciate it, but that makes no sense to me whatsoever. It's too political. Hissing waste resources. I had Cullen gather some for us. Sorry, buddy. He brought us some lazurite and Kunari bench accessory 1. Ooh. And judgment helped the people of Sahrnia. Mistress Poland's supplies have reached Sahrnia. Food and clothing are being divided among the populace according to need. In thanks, the town has given the Inquisition several tons of their best granite as building material. Awesome. And we gained some influence for that. Fantastic. So this just opened up.
Quiet in the hissing wastes.
Any remaining Venatori are stragglers. I imagine their failure has set heads rolling.
Yeah, it has. This one just opened up because we talked to that Sutherland guy in the Herald's Rest. I think that's what it's called. A test of Mettle and the crew, a report sealed with the mark of a minor lord. It is irrelevant who noticed the Darkspawn, your worship. Such pockets are not uncommon. We understand that you cannot allow such things on trade routes you wish to exploit. Unfortunately, we cannot allow external forces to cross our holdings. Instead, we request sanction to act under your banner. It is a risk we are prepared to take because such partnership and the expected increase in status will be profitable. In return, we will promise resources, but we remain committed to merely observing your greater struggle. I trust you understand. Lord Presmond Alls. A note by Cullen, added below the report, brought to our attention by Sutherland and his crew. Charming. Okay. So, Josephine says, a holdout over negotiations. This offer comes with caveats, but it is valuable. Leliana says, answer with a small group and give this fool no reason to posture. Sutherland and his crew will serve. And Cullen says, do we need such allies? March. Let us try to resolve this. I don't know, man. So basically, from what I could tell, this guy's saying, yeah, we don't want you on our lands. That's basically what he's saying. At least that's what I think he's saying. But he wants sanction to act under our banner. So he's basically saying, screw you, we're not going to help with the greater cause here. Yeah, and so Cullen's saying, the hell with him. We're going to march in there and take care of the Darkspawn, you know? That's what he says. That seems a bit drastic. And she's like, answer with a small group and give this fool no reason to posture. Sutherland and his crew will serve. Let's just do that.
Let's see what we have.
I may regret that. I don't know. Let's see. Gather claws. So I don't think I have any more actual missions to do other than gathering stuff. So we'll just send... Let's gather cloth. Why do I want cloth? With Soledin Keep now occupied, the Inquisition now has access to the busy textiles trade in the Dales. Trade that includes the ship traffic along the Waking Sea and the master weavers of Halamsharal and Verchiel. Inquisition forces can be directed to acquire resources used to craft robes and other types of clothing. Trade in the Empire is currently erratic, so access to resources will vary greatly from week to week. Black market sources also exist, but the riskier an attempt to find resources is, the greater the chance of turning up nothing at all. Leliana is busy. Josephine says, I have contacts among the Halamsharal merchants. It's not as risky as the black market and should provide good options. And Cullen says, send our forces to find or buy what we need directly. It's the least risky option. Really? It's less risky than this? Let's go that route. And, oh, Cullen, why don't you go get me some... what do I want him to get? I don't really need coin. Trying to see if there's something a little different here. Resources. Let's see. He would get obsidian. Yeah, let's get some obsidian.
Inquisitor.
Yes. Okay, I am going to leave this room now.